every single time. Introducing the new BF Goodrich All-Terrain KO3 tire. Legendary toughness made tougher. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
It's Ford Truck Month, and nobody in Yuma does it bigger than Alexander Ford. Voted Yuma's best new vehicle dealer again in 2025. We've stocked up with our biggest truck inventory ever. Drive home a new F-150 or select Super Duty with rates as low as 0% for 60 months. Want even lower payments? Ask about Ford Flex Buy. Work hard, play harder, own the off-road this spring in a new Ford truck or SUV. Alexander Ford and BillAlexanderFord.com. The difference you can count on.
All right, what's up, guys? Don't worry, we didn't leave you yet. We were about 1 minute late to start that one. I apologize. But we are here for your next Fishgistics update. All of your Method Race Wheels updates are brought to you all day by Fox Racing Shocks and all of these other sponsors. Big thank you to all of them. We're going to need some Monster Energy. Not as much as we normally do because this is a short one. Baja 1000 is a long one. This race is easy after doing the Baja 1000. This is the quickest one of the year, and it's fun. But let's go see what we got going on. If you just tuned in and you weren't here earlier, we have a lot of finishers already in the top classes. You can see we have Luke McMillan is your unofficial overall winner by about 3.5 minutes over Tavo Vadosla. Bryce Menzies is going to be third place. Justin Lofton is fourth. Christopher Polvardi is fifth. First place in the trophy truck spec and sixth overall is Jorge Sampantero with a 447. Second place in trophy truck spec is going to be Ray Griffith. Third place in trophy truck spec is Justin Davis. Now, first place in trophy truck two-wheel drive is Rob McCacherin, also ninth overall. So your first two-wheel drive trophy truck is ninth overall. Pierce Herbst is fourth in spec. Kevin Thompson is sixth. The second two-wheel drive trophy truck has not finished yet. We do have David Payne as your first winner in the trophy truck legend truck. So David Payne wins the 61L, wins there. And actually, we do have a finisher. So Sam Baldy is your second place in the two-wheel drive trophy truck class. So this list is all intermingled. There's like 5 classes all intermingled in the top few spots here. So it's definitely, you got to take a look here. Bryce Swaim has finished. Toby Price has finished. Chris Miller has finished. Max Gordon finished, Stephen Beal finished, and Trey Gibbs just finished right now. He's our last finisher that has finished so far. So that is a look at that. So we don't have anybody outside of a qualifying class. Shane Lewis just finished as well. Outside of a qualifying class that's finished yet. The next class to finish is going to be the Pro UTV Opens. So the UTV Opens, these are basically a bunch of Pro Rs in this class. There is some Can-Ams if they want to be, but don't mind the 1835 right here. This is not your leader. So they're just taking an access road. That is not your leader right there. They're sitting at a road crossing, most likely on a trailer or something there. So that's not your leader. The leader in the Pro UTV Open class is right here. We got 2 teammates battling it out. We got Joe Tirana right there, and then we got Brock Heger behind him. So I'm going to go and look at, I forget where they started. Let me see. Hang on. I got to pull it up over here. I forget who started where in that class because they did not qualify. They went off of a draw. So drawing results are is the starting order for the Pro UTV Open. Hang on. I'm going to bring it up right here. So Pro UTV Open, Ethan Groom was first off. Joe Tirana was 1, 2, 3, 4, was fifth. So Joe Tirana started fifth. Brock Heger started 1, 2, 3 spots behind him. So that means Brock Heger has to finish within a minute and a half of Joe Tirana right here. So he doesn't have to pass him. Brock doesn't have to physically pass him. He just has to finish He just has to finish within a minute and a half, and he'll be the winner. So that's what happened. That's what's happening there in the Pro UTV Open class. It's really close between Joe Tirana and Brock Heger. Right now, he is within a minute and a half. You can see he's right behind him on the tracker. They keep updating. So if he just sits there, it's gonna be really close. And I was told they were 1 minute apart, just at their last split. So at like mile. Was it like 240, 239, 240? They were 1 minute apart. That was just 7 miles ago. So Brock is actually winning the class on time right now over Joe Tirana. Joe Tirana is second on corrected time. So that is a look at the there. That's a look at your top two. Now to go back, they have a pretty good lead. You can see we got to go back pretty far. So third place in that class right now is going to be Dallas Gonzalez. Now this is all off the trackers. There could be someone's tracker that's not working in here, but I'm pretty sure everyone's trackers are working. If they're not, sometimes it's hard to tell and you don't know where they are. And they could be, third or something. But I know for sure that's first, second right there. And then third is Dallas Gonzalez in a brand new car. So that is third place. Fourth place is Sebastian Marquez. Fifth place is going to be Brandon Sims. Sixth place is Kristen Matlock. And then Katie McCachran is in seventh place. So that is a look at the Pro UTV Open. You can see right there, they've only got about 30 miles to go. What is that? How many miles? Yeah, 33 miles. And then they will be at the finish line. Now let's look at, we'll get to class 10 in a second. They're behind these. I'm trying to go in order here. So the forced induction class is class 10 might be ahead of these guys, but the forced induction class is Caden Wells is leading. No surprise, and his gap keeps getting bigger. Fabian Castro is going to be second, Eric Kozin third, and then it is Jorge or it is Ricardo in fourth and fifth. That is the UTV forced induction class. Now, let's go to the UTV stock class, and then we'll go to class 10. UTV stock class, Craig Scanlon. He has a big lead, not a big lead, but a decent sized lead. He's had it all day. So Craig Scanlon first, Santiago Gonzalez second, Alexander Noble is going to be third, fourth is going to be Gilberto, fifth, Andy, sixth, Edward. That is your top six in the forced induction class. Now let's go look at class 10. Class 10, where are they at? Class 10, there's 9 of them this race. So, yeah, they're actually, you got two of them ahead of some of the forced induction cars. They're not ahead of the Pro UTV Opens, though, but they are ahead of the forced induction ones. So, Caesar is currently leading in the 10-11. Second place is Matt Willert. Third place, way back to Harley back here, but Stan Potter hasn't updated for an hour and a half, and he was moving last time. Only 2 miles an hour, though, so I don't know. Stan Potter might still be in, like, second or third. I think he was in third, actually, last time, if I'm not mistaken. So he might still be in third. Just his tracker not working. Let's see. What else are you guys saying here? Oh, we got Dan McMillan just finished in the Mick Thunderstruck truck. I'm watching the score feed. They got him at the finish line. So congrats to Dan McMillan and them. Let's go see how they did. Bryce Swaim. So Bryce Swaim, 8th in class. Okay, so Bryce Swaim and Dan McMillan are 8th in the trophy truck spec class. And let me see what else. Oh, we just got a new split on Brock. Brock is only 13 seconds behind Joe. So 13 seconds between the first and second place right here. Where were they a second ago? Let's show that again. So we showed class 10. Or were they? There they are. Right here. So we got Joe. That's not Don. Hold on. Let's zoom out and let's figure out where we are. That's south of town. We got to go north. There we go. It all looks the same when you're zoomed in too much. So Joe Tirana is currently just in front of Brock Heger by 13 seconds on corrected time. So 13 seconds between first and second. Once again, they're both teammates, both SCI cars. So cool to see them up front there. But they're definitely battling each other out at mile 247 right there. So cool to see that. Let's see what else. Pro UTV Open. We looked at them. What are you guys saying? How did Polvardi start 45th with no qualifying? If you look at the rules state that if you DNF qualifying, you will start behind the slowest person to finish in your group. Not the whole group, but your group. So he was racing unlimited trophy truck, the main trophy truck class. The last person to finish in his class was Andrew Myers, and Andrew Myers was 44th. So Polvardi went to 45th. Now, that was because Score said he was a DNF. Yes, I know he had a time and he finished his lap, but once he had stopped and they were working on the car, Score had already called them in as a DNF. That's the explanation that I got from Score. It was verified by two different people over there, Jose G and somebody else that heard him say they were a DNF right when it happened. So that's the story with Polvardi. He was a DNF. in qualifying. Even though he got a time, it was already a DNF. And then he got put at the end of the last person in his class, which was Andrew Myers, and that's why he started 45th. So there's the explanation for you guys. That is straight from score. It is straight in the rules. I know it was weird because he had a time for a little while, but it wasn't an official time. He just finished the lap when he had already been DNF'd by score. So that's your explanation there. Class 1. Yeah, we got to go look at Class 1. Forgot about them. All right, Class 1. We have the 150. What happened to Parkhouse? Oh, they're back here. So Parkhouse must have stopped for a while because they were leading last time we checked on them. Now we got Morgan Langley. Look at that. He's only 16 miles from the finish. So Morgan Langley is leading Class 1, first car. Then we have Cody Parkhouse, and oh, there we go. Brendan Gaughan's tracker's finally working again. His hasn't been working all day, but you can see he's literally right with Cody Parkhouse now. So pretty good race for second and third in Class 1. It's definitely going to be Morgan Langley with the win if he can get to the finish line right there. But then we have the 127 and the 162 battling it out for the silver and bronze medal right there. So good battle to the end there. Let's see what else. Is there adjusted time finish for TT all-wheel drive? Yeah, that is the adjusted time finish. If you look at the score finishing times, this is all adjusted time. This is corrected time. So Luke McMillan won by, like I said, 2.5 minutes, or 3.5 minutes over Tavo Vodosola. That is your corrected time. So you can see everyone in line here. This is corrected time. You can sort it by class. If you go to the top, see on the top left there, it says show all. It won't show it when I open it because my screen won't share that. But if you click that up there, you can filter by class if you just want to look at class. I have this listed on the overall because I was looking at everybody in overall. So there you go. So that's there's a look at your class ones, like we said. Class 1. What else? Top 10 again, please. Okay, top 10 overall or what? You got Luke McMillan first, Tavo Badosola second, Bryce Menzies third, Justin Lofton fourth, Christopher Polvardi fifth. So he came from 45th position all the way to fifth. That's a very respectable run for Christopher. He had to start behind 44 cars today, so to be able to come in fifth is pretty good. And look, he was only 3 minutes and 43 seconds off the leader. So from 45th to 3 minutes 43 seconds out of the win, that's almost as good of a run as you can get. I mean, you're not going to win from 45th. You're not. I said it yesterday. Nobody outside the top 10 even had a chance at winning this race, and obviously they didn't. You know, look at the people that for first. You know, Luke started second, right? Tavo started. What did Tavo start? Fourth. Or was he? Let's see. Tavo was fourth, I believe, right? Yeah, Tavo was fourth. So Luke was second. Tavo was fourth. Bryce was eighth. Justin Lofton was sixth. Your top four who were close were all within the top 10. Just like I said, there's no way to come from 45th and win this race with that many cars when someone like Luke and all those guys have a good run. It's not possible. You know, I mean, anything is possible, but it ain't gonna happen. So that's what happened there. First in spec was Jorge Sampatero. Ray Griffith was second. Justin Davis was third. So that's a look at your top 10. Pierce Herbst is going to be your 10th overall in the fourth position in Trophy Truck Spec, and Rob McCacker 9th overall, your winner in two-wheel drive. So once again, this is, if you want to look at this, I'll put the results. I'll put this up in the link here. I'll send you a link. There's a link again in the chat. If you want to look at the scoring, the same one I have here, that is the score official time. So the times you see right here are the official times. The only thing that's not calculated here is if there's any VCP that was missed or anything like that. That's the only thing that's not calculated there. All right. So that's a look at that's a look at the top classes. Let's go look at class 11 real quick and see if they're still moving. And then we'll probably do one more update for you guys at 5 o'clock, and then that'll be it. I was trying to see if we can get the UTVs to get a finish. Oh, class 11. Look at this. Ralph Castillo was out front, but he's at 0 miles an hour right now. Now, that is mile 140. That is a pit. Everybody's pitting right there. So don't worry about that. He's in the pit. Hopefully, he gets moving in a few minutes. The 1150 looks like second. The 1156 hasn't updated in 40 minutes, so we don't know where they are. They were moving last time they updated, so they very well could be in second. And then Eric Slorenzo is at 0 miles an hour. That is not a good spot to be, 0 miles an hour. That is not a pit. So bummer for Eric, but he's at 0 miles an hour right there, as you can see. So there you go. That's a look at what's going on in this race right now. So yeah, that's what I got for you guys. I'll come back at 5 o'clock. We'll do one more update for you guys because I am trying to get the finish of the UTV Open class. So I'll do one more for you guys. You can see they're almost to the finish. They'll be finished right at our 5 o'clock update. Maybe even a little bit before it. They got 26 miles to the finish. Probably going to be about 26 minutes. So that'll be perfect time. They'll probably finish right before we go live. So at 5 o'clock, I'll have a couple winners for you. It's either going to be Joe Tirana or Brock Keeger. It looks like right now. Remember, Brock started a minute and a half behind him. So as long as Brock finishes within a minute and a half of Joe Tirana, or if Brock gets in front of him, he's automatically going to win. But he doesn't have to pass him. He just has to be within a minute and a half of him. So that is what they got there. Do you think they should qualify two-wheel drive before the spec class for future races? I don't know. I think they just need to qualify at a spot that doesn't deteriorate. We did the same thing at the Baja 1000. Remember, this isn't the first time that everybody's been mixed. Everybody was mixed at the Baja 1000, but we qualified at Rancho Nelson. Rancho Nelson is a hard-packed course. It doesn't deteriorate. If you go first at Rancho Nelson or if you go 70th, the course looks almost the same. Like it doesn't degrade because it's so hard packed. So the problem was where they qualified, it went to shit right away. It was just soft and silt and just a mess. So it was a huge advantage for the guys that went earlier. Where if you qualify on some place that's a little bit harder packed, you don't have to worry about this. The one thing I would move is the Legends. I would not let the Legends go second in qualifying. I would have the Legends go after the two-wheel drives and right before the all-wheel drives. Personally, that's where I would put the Legends. And then I think everything would be square. I would start with the spec trucks, and then I would go class 1 or class 1 in spec either way. And then I would go Legends, or then I would go two-wheel drive, then I would go Legends, and then I would go all-wheel drive. That's the order that I would do it in, but I would try to do it on a place that doesn't deteriorate as much. Otherwise, yes, if it's going to be on a place that deteriorates, you got to let the fast guys go first, I think, which doesn't make for an exciting show because you're going to have all the all-wheel drives go first. Those are going to be all your top times, and then you don't have anything to talk about the rest of the day because nobody beats their times once they go. So for a show, it makes more sense to keep the fast guys going last, so there's always somebody beating the time, and you can keep talking about it throughout the day. So that's my opinion on it. Just my opinion. Obviously, I don't run score, but I would like to see them do qualifying in a spot that doesn't deteriorate quite as much. That makes it a little bit more fair for everybody. But it is what it is. Everybody had to do the same thing, and yeah. All right. Well, we'll come back at 5 o'clock. Come back with one more update at 5 p.m. I will see you guys.